Hi, welcome to your tour of Prominent Hill. And what better place to start than right here at the pit. Looks pretty big? It is. It's 1 kilometre across and 280 metres deep. In the time that we've been here, we've moved 100 million cubic metres of dirt. That's equivalent to building a small road 1/3 of the way to the moon. And you think that's easy? This has all been done by diggers and big dump trucks. Now I mentioned 280 metres deep. You think that's deep? We're going all the way to 500. And that's a mighty big swimming pool. Here we are inside the primary crusher control room on top of the ROM pad. ROM pad? What do I mean by that? That is run of mine, which means all the ore that is mined in the pit is delivered to this area before being double handled by a 185 tonne dump truck and crushed in the crusher. The crusher is shaped like a bell and can crush 3,600 tonne of ore an hour and deliver it to our main conveyor system, and I'm going to take you for a long walk up to the top of that conveyor and show you the view from there. Here we are at the top of our main conveyor belt, which conveys ore all the way to our main stockpile, which is approximately 70 metres below us. From there, we're starting to take the ore up to the SAG mill, and the SAG mill stands for semi-autogenous grinding. This big machine makes little rocks out of big rocks. And while we're up here, let me tell you that the stockpile holds around 120,000 tonnes of ore for the SAG mill feed. This is equivalent to 3 days full production. On the way up to the mills, I'd just like to stop at this intersection here and show you one of our unique loading systems for our grinding media or steel balls for our mills. This is the size ball we put inside our SAG mill, and this is the size ball we put inside the ball mill. As you can see, they're quite big and quite heavy, so they do take a lot of manual handling. This style belt, which is called a bucket conveyor, takes out all manual handling, so it all can be done automatically. The two steel balls we looked at earlier are used in the two-stage grinding system we have. The big ball is used in the SAG mill, which breaks down the ore to a certain size. The second stage is the small ball is used in the ball mill, which is the mill closest to me. This grinds the ore down to a consistency of beach sand and then is pumped away with water to the flotation system to continue on in the next process. This very large building encompasses what we call our flotation system. Its primary function is to strip off copper and precious metals, gold and silver. To do this, we use chemicals called reagents and collectors. This causes a chemical reaction, resulting in the minerals sticking to the bubbles, which rise to the top of the vessel and then cascade over the side to be pumped to the concentrate storage tank. Before going to the concentrate storage tank, the rich solution comes into this big round thing, which is called the concentrate thickener. We have two systems here. One is to settle out the solids, and the other is to recoup the water off the overflow, which is pumped back into the process plant. The solids from the bottom are then pumped back over to the concentrate storage tanks. This is the last step in the process. This machine behind me is a Larox filter press. It squeezes the moisture out of the concentrate ready for sale. We start off with this and end up with this. This is the concentrator storage shed, and this is the concentrate that's stored here prior to loading onto the road trains. When it's loaded onto the road train, it's transported out to Wirrata siding, which is 132 kilometres away, loaded onto a train and taken to port, before being shipped to our overseas customers, including those in China and India. Like most mineral processing plants, after we've extracted all the valuable minerals, we end up with a product that we call waste. Here we call it tailings. Where we're standing now is we're standing on the tailings thickener. Here we settle out the solids, recoup the water and put that back into the process plant, and then pump the solids all the way out to the tails dam. No tour of Prominent Hill would be complete without coming to have a look at the nerve centre. The two process technicians sitting in front of the panel here, they control the whole systems that we've looked at from the crusher right through to the tails dam. That's our tour. I hope you've enjoyed it.